If you're upgrading your IEMs hoping for better sound, you might be spending a lot more money than you need to. A lot of people will go from a $50 pair to maybe a $100 pair up to several $100s and even up to thousands of dollars for a pair of IEMs. The logic being that the price increase will magically improve their audio. And while it's true spending more money will get you a higher ceiling product, the thing is a lot of people are plugging directly into their motherboard audio jacks, and if you're doing that, you're probably not even hearing what your IEMs can really do. The truth is, you don't need super expensive IEMs to get great audio. With the right DAC and some proper EQ tuning, even affordable IEMs can sound significantly better. And that's exactly where the Moondrop Dawn Pro 2 comes in. Today I'm going to show you how upgrading your source and tuning can unlock the real performance of your IEMs, especially for gaming. So first off, what is a DAC? DAC stands for Digital to Analog Converter. Basically, it's a device that converts digital audio data into audible analog sound waves. What does the DAC actually do? Every device that outputs audio actually has one, like your phone, your laptop, your motherboard, they all have a DAC built in. The problem is those are usually built as cheaply as possible, so you end up with things like higher distortion, weaker amplification, and sometimes even background noise. When you switch to a dedicated DAC like the Dawn Pro 2, you're getting a much cleaner signal. This thing uses dual Cirrus Logic DAC chips that get extremely low distortion and a much higher dynamic range than typical onboard audio. What does that all boil down to? Your IEMs suddenly sound cleaner, more detailed, more controlled, and their potential is suddenly unlocked. Now, a DAC by itself will improve your sound. Cleaner signal, better amplification, and your IEMs are getting proper power instead of whatever your motherboard is putting out. But the real magic isn't just about the DAC. It's about tuning your audio with EQ as well. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. Most IEMs are tuned to be fairly balanced out of the box. And that's intentional because manufacturers try to make them sound good across a lot of different uses like music, movies, casual listening, gaming, etc. That means the tuning isn't fully ideal for a specific use case. For example, when I'm playing FPS games, I actually prefer a slightly V-shaped sound. That means a little more emphasis on footsteps and audio cues and less of that lower end rumbling bass that can muddy things up. And I used to think messing with EQ was overly complicated, so I never really tried to do it. But honestly, there's tons of information and videos out there, and once you try it, it makes all the difference. When I compare the stock sound of an IEM to that same IEM running through the Dawn Pro 2 with the custom EQ, they don't even feel like the same thing. It completely changes the sound profile. What I found after testing a lot of IEMs over the past couple years is that the floor for gaming audio is actually very high. Even a lot of budget IEMs can perform incredibly well. But the key is using a proper DAC and spending a little time dialing in an EQ profile that fits what you're using them for. When you do that, suddenly those affordable IEMs start performing way above their price. So here's the EQ I'm currently using. If you want a preset starting point or just want to try out my EQ, I have it linked in the video description down below. Escape from Tarkov is a game where audio is incredibly important, and that goes for a lot of FPS games. When your audio chain is cleaner, a few things improve immediately. Footsteps become easier to pick out from background noise. Directional audio feels more precise. And quiet environmental sounds like distant movement or reloading become easier to hear. A big reason for this is the low noise floor. Basically, the background is completely silent, so small sounds stand out even more. Instead of everything blending together, you get much better separation, which means when somebody is creeping around a corner, you're more likely to hear it. The Dawn Pro 2 is a pretty simple device. It's just a small aluminum USB device with both 3.5 and 4.4 millimeter outputs. There's plenty of power here for IEMs, extremely low noise, and it works plug and play with PC, Android, and iOS. It also supports high resolution audio and gives you hardware volume control with 100 steps. So it basically turns any phone or computer into a proper audio source for IEMs. So you can set a custom EQ through the app, but one shortcoming with the Dawn Pro 2 is that those EQ settings don't save directly to the device. So if you ever unplug it, you'll have to reapply that EQ profile manually every time. It's not a complete deal breaker or anything, but it is kind of annoying that you have that feature but it doesn't save. So here's my main takeaway. If you're chasing better audio, especially with IEMs, don't just keep buying more expensive earphones. A clean DAC and proper EQ can unlock a huge amount of performance you're probably not even hearing yet. In a lot of cases, tuning a good $50 to $100 IEM with EQ will improve your sound more than jumping to a $300 set. And the Moondrop Dawn Pro 2 makes that really easy to do. It's small, it's affordable, it's got a clean signal, and I think it's perfect for a gaming IEM setup. So before upgrading your IEMs again, try upgrading the source first. You might be surprised how much better your current gear can sound. And that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope it was helpful. If this helped you make a purchase decision, please consider using the affiliate link down below, as it really helps support the channel and helps me to continue bringing you hardware reviews like this. Don't forget to like and sub so you don't miss my new reviews. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.